Hi, welcome to StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J-Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 452.
Cool.
We are in and out of fall here in Minnesota.
Yeah,
It's going to be like in the upper 80s. Although, yes, last night on the news they were showing that like west of us it was like in the 90s and 100s. That can stay there. We
right.
don't need that here. But I'm wearing a sweatshirt, right? And feeling kind of cozy.
Yeah, and in complete opposite, I'm not used to working from home, so I'm in t-shirts and a short, so that like, not dressed up at all.
Yeah, yeah, new day, who this, huh?
Right, exactly. I don't know. My company has always offered flexible work schedules, and since the pandemic, it's been non-collaboration days, is what we call them. And so our non-collaboration days are Tuesdays and Fridays, and I've never really taken advantage of them, but I feel like I need to. So we're gonna do Tuesdays from home, and I'm excited about it.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. And again, just love the creeping of the cold into the air and kind of the back to school season. It's a most wonderful time of the year. We were doing an icebreaker at work and somebody made the comment that everybody loves summer, duh. And I was like, I think fall is my it's my favorite season.
I was lamenting that I don't have little ones to drag me to the pool on the hot summer days. Because the other day it was just so hot, and I was like, oh, it'd be lovely if we are like getting ready to go to the pool, but my teens are not up for going to the pool with their parents. So I'm ready for the next stage of life. Well, okay, not really.
You just put it out there.
I know. Stop.
Make some friends that having
Yes, yes,
kids. But yeah, no, it's been, I think both of you and I have been lamenting that we're somehow busier
yes.
than we were before we had like one less child at home. But I mean, I feel like it is more work to have multiple places where people are, right? In your
Yes,
family that you're kind of trying to, and that distance does add time and complexity to things, right?
it
So,
does. Yep. No, I hear you on that one. I mean, it's good, but it feels like, oh, now that we have one less driver in the house, and we're trying to work to getting somebody to be driving. Um, we're running around a lot more than I thought we would be because of sports. So I'm just like, okay, well, with one less driver and sports, I need to get them on the path to. So we set
yeah.
up another learning opportunity with the professional. We got two more sessions to do there, and we're trying to get more hours in. The summer was great. We were driving around a lot, but now that
Yeah.
it's like school and everything, it's like, oh, okay, we haven't had time to practice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, Ellie wasn't really much of a older sibling taxi for us because she
oh
was
no.
spending so much time doing her stuff, right?
Oh,
Like
true.
working multiple jobs, doing lots of sports and track and whatever. So I guess that's a silver lining that like we're not missing one of our driving adults that would help us yeah, transport folks. So we're not struggling with transportation and logistics per se.
Right.
But yeah, I miss her so much. We got to Zoom this weekend and I think, the whole you're worrying that your child's going to be not a good roommate. I think I'm firmly in the camp that Ellie's roommates are not good. Making
Yeah.
like mean comments to her about like that she's doing homework in the room and that she should leave when they come in while they're talking on the phone. And I'm like, in what world should you be leaving your room when they are talking on the phone to somebody and they walk into you habitating the space? But
I
neither here
always
nor
left
there.
my room to study, but I think that was, I don't know if that was me, but it felt like I would not get interrupted because I would have chosen a space that was
Yeah.
already semi-public but quiet. Um, But anyway, I think I made a disservice for my son because I set him as a not a morning person. Like I kind of said, you want to be honest about that. And he has been such a morning person. He's texting me at like 7 in the morning, and he's got a weekend job that gets him up before 8 o'clock. And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
what did I do? This poor kid that he's rooming with is a night owl, and I've set him up with an accidental morning person.
Yeah. People are allowed to change, but yeah, no, I think Ellie's, again, her roommates are like staying up at all hours of the night and not being a morning person, but then also getting up really early in the morning. She's like, how are they surviving? I don't even understand. They're getting like 2 to 3 hours of sleep. Anyway, maybe some intense napping, who knows?
Yeah,
But yes, it's been a journey. I've
yeah.
been traveling for work too. So last week I was in Chicago. It's always great to be in the Windy City. Although Rochester is windier than Chicago. All right, we do have a little bit of a Minestrati, and then a little bit of a heads up. So we did draw for our August self-striping winner. Amy, because she's at home, has a self-striping skein from 716. Ooh,
Yep. It says that it's Slayer Pride Parade 2.0.
awesome. And the winner, thank you for everybody that got their entries in, is Heather, a Tangled Yarn. Congratulations. I
All
believe
right,
your,
contact me. I'm the one who has it, and I will send
yep,
it off to you.
I have a skein to send off as well. I saw a Ravelry message that somebody had reached, I think last month had reached out. So getting those sent out. Yeah. And then as far as other administrati, we've got the remainder of this quarter to finish up the classification, keeping it classy.
Yep.
I still haven't gotten my heavier yarns in.
I Yeah, I entered my first two and then I promptly forgot
Mhm.
about what we were doing. I think I have everything but lace um completed. So I think the lace might be the one that I'm going to be filling in later. I have picked out a few projects with some mohair, but haven't gotten around to casting them on. I'm kind of on blanket slash finisher mode right now.
Yeah, I am actually I can relate to that. I feel like there's a lot of work in progress going on in my house. So there's a lot of
Mhm.
whips that aren't that aren't but I am feeling like the fall cast on all the things urges. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if anybody has been out to our webpage, another piece of administrati, I've taken down the ZKN membership button. That does not mean that it's going away, but it is going to exist in a different form factor. So stay tuned there. Many people are still getting the ZKN emails, but their membership has expired. So thank you for those that have reached out and been like, how do I renew? The button's gone. Um, but we'll be giving out those details soon on those that have expired ones, how they can continue to support us. And then also for the folks that renewed, like not there's a large clump here in the September time frame, mostly due to our ZK signups, which will
Yeah.
also be coming soon. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. We are working on our new normal, and getting together is a little bit more difficult than it used to be. So
Yep,
we will be meeting shortly to hash out all those details and get them
yep,
published. One thing that we did agree on is that we're going to do our vendor call out here soon.
yep,
I will be emailing all of the people who've vended with us in the past, or I should say people who have recently applied to vend, plus people who have vended, and sending them the registration link. And then once I get that out there, I will work on getting it out to the website. And then so you can refer people to the website to enter if you have somebody that you want to see vending at ZK.
excellent. Yes, so more to come there. Sorry for any teasers. But yeah, gotta get our ducks in a row. Although yeah, ducks do go into a row, don't they? I've never looked up that saying. I just
Well,
realized the
when the
absurdity.
mom has the babies following her, that's ducks in a row, right?
Yep, yep,
She's got her ducks in a row.
yep, absolutely. All right. Is that all we have as far as Minestrone?
I think so. Yep, I'm going to be working on getting that email out. It's drafted, just putting some final touches on details, and then that will get sent out. Then the website will just probably be a very generic version of that, um, and published shortly thereafter. So
Yeah.
hopefully by the weekend you'll see all of that stuff out there.
Once it gets started, it's a kind of a flywheel.
Yeah,
It
yep.
just
It just keeps
it
going.
keeps going. Yep. So yeah, excited. I'm exciting. Or exciting. I'm excited.
Hmm.
I'm exciting. I'm not
You
exciting.
are excited.
All right. So you got some FOs?
I do. So let's see. I have the alien socks. I think these were in a whip
Yay.
before, but I've got two of them. So very cool.
Mm,
And I knit these for the Eat Sleep Knit. They had a stranded sock color work quarter for their knit along. Next month or next quarter, which is next month, it's going to be single stranded projects. So I have a newspaper that's going to be, or is it newsprint? I think it's newspaper, the Hui single ply brioche sweater. I have that
hmm
that's needle adjacent, but those are done and entered. And then I had a test knit that I was working on. Um, and it's kind of a stripe variation, but a very basic sweater pattern with a drop sleeve. And I don't know, it was a very quick knit. And I need to get that photographed and entered with all
hmm
the information for them.
Love
But
that blue.
really fun sweater, and I knit it for Lucy. So they will
Did
be.
you have you been able to wash and block it? I know you were worried about the
Oh
colors.
yes, I did. This is washed and blocked, and I did use color catchers, and the color catchers didn't turn super dark. So I don't know how much they helped, but I did specifically also kind of do a dip, like where I held the white out
Yep.
of the water and then wrung it very carefully. So I wouldn't be throwing this in the washing machine or anything like that anytime soon. I'm still a little concerned with bleeding, but we'll find out because it's going to a youngin and sometimes they end up in the washing machine.
Yes.
But so far so good. Beautiful, soft. Really love. This was Malabrigo Rios. And we were discussing, is this DK? Is it worsted? So I'll get that entered. I have a worsted project, so it's DK.
Dealer or knitter's choice. Yeah.
Knitter's choice, knitter's choice. All right, so then last but not least, I have a chicken. So this is out of the worsted weight yarn.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Well, now I
So
gotta go look
cute.
it up, but I'm pretty sure it's worsted weight yarn.
All of the chickens this year, huh?
Yep. I really like knitting a stuffy again. It was really fun and fairly quick because you have all these pieces and parts that you're working on. So you're just like zoom to the next part, and then you're like, oh, maybe I'll set it down and then zoom through those parts and on to the next. I did not, the cardigan will come later. The pattern comes with a cardigan and then like a little egg and a chick that go in the pockets of the cardigan. So that'd be a fun thing to add later on, but I'm happy with the way she is right now. So, and then I
Got a
can
nice little
show,
hat. Yeah.
yeah, I can show you the
Oh, so fun.
full anatomy of the chicken there.
Yeah.
But all right. But yeah,
What
that is
spurred
fun.
that on? You just wanted to make another chicken?
Well, I bought the kit a while ago from Barrett Woolco.
Mm,
So this is a Susan B. Anderson pattern.
hmm
And she sells her kits in the yarn. So this is a Wisconsin spun worsted, I believe. I keep looking at it thinking that it's going to tell me it's worsted, but um, I believe that it is worsted. So I'm going to go back and read the pattern because I don't want to enter it falsely, but I think it is
hmm
worsted.
So much fun. It's gonna have
So,
to have
yep.
a pretty big drop swing or drop
Yeah,
sleeve for
yeah,
that
and then I
wing.
think it comes down so when it's in the cardigan, it's like his fingers are bunched up, his little feathers are bunched up like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but
so fun.
yep, exciting. I will be, I don't know when I'll work that, probably over the holiday, because it just seems like a fun thing to dress up, I'll need something fun and cute and quick during the
Yeah.
holidays. So there's
Name
my
yet?
chicken.
Name yet?
No, I haven't named this chicken.
All right.
All
I
right.
don't not it's not giving me any name vibes. Sorry. I'm
No,
not helpful. Yeah.
but there
Something
she
about the
goes.
hat, like Hattie.
See?
I'm being very literal. I'm being very literal. Yeah.
But that's it. That's what I got. I got three finished objects. Been working
Okay.
on that blanket, so
Yeah, I was
how
going
about
to
you?
say, I think I've talked about the blanket about a billion times at this point, but I was going to share that
Mm.
this is it post blocking, feet for scale, and I had to go into like 0.5 to be able to
Oh,
get
okay.
the full width. But yeah, it's a lot of scraps, right? So it weighs 5 pounds, 3 ounces. Sounds like I'm
Mm.
talking about a baby. And like doing some math, it was that's about 2,353 yards. I used a J hook, so a 6 millimeter hook. And it is let me stop sharing. How many? It was 12 by 16 squares.
I don't think that's a J hook. I think that's a G hook, isn't it?
Um,
6 millimeter.
Ravelry has 6 millimeter as a J.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Maybe are there different? I don't know much about hooks. I
No,
assume there are
I
different.
thought I had a J hook, and it was really big, but maybe I'm just misremembering.
I mean, it was pretty decent size. I could grab it out. But yeah, it's fingering held double. So actual like yardage, I would have to half that 2,000. But yeah, I doing some math, right? Because I didn't do each individual square how many yards got used up. So yeah, no, it was a labor of love. It's fabulous every time I Zoom with her. She shows me that she has it and that she appreciates it. That has gotten into some of my other FOs here. So I used what was left of a skein to make some monkeys. So there was a square in there that matched these. These are for me. But I really love what monkey socks do with, so it's gonna, other than the blanket, it's gonna be all socks. Sorry, as I said, I've got a lot of works in progress spread throughout my house. And so my mental capacity and what I've got time for is small projects that are super portable. And then I did some partying up and getting down with some leftover, or two partying it ups, I guess, with some leftover woolens and nosh.
Hmm.
This is the rainbow color from last year's, why can't I remember it?
Kite
Last year's
tails.
rain, what?
Oh, kite tails was ours, so I don't know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you were
this is
going for.
Happy Camper. Happy Camper.
Okay.
It was like I had my Ravelry page up, so I could quickly look. But yes, and then this is Suburban Stitcher, one of her
Mm-hmm.
like rock type colorways that we got in the monthly yarn of the
Subscription.
month club. Goodness. I can come up with words. But yes, I really appreciate it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And I love how the stripes, I mean, there's a little bit where
Mm,
it hit there, but like 4 rows of the what I consider the main color, and then 4 rows of the stripe. And then I just kind of catch the yarn on that third row.
hmm
So in the middle, and then away I go. Spacious OMG heel with the one color. And then I did it again with some leftovers from a sweater,
mm,
and yeah, kind of watercolory stripes here. But this is Yarnaceous in our color
right.
from, oh,
The
why can't I
orange.
remember it? Because I'm not remembering things right now, apparently. Um, I have the sweater right here. I used it on my fall frolic. It is, I didn't record the colorway, of course. But yes, another leftover from the blanket. I believe this is Kindred Red,
Mm,
a skein that I had gotten at like Indie Untangled, or yeah, I think it was Indie Untangled. But yeah, I really like how those turned out. A lot of fun. I like the juxtaposition of the
hmm
chevrons and the stripes on the back. Um, and they're so soft. That base by Yarnaceous is so soft. And then these went to Chicago with me, or no, they went the first time I went to Chicago. I took the striper with me, and then made some more partying it up and getting down. You can see the strings have not, it's a block away, but
hmm
forgive me. I did not have enough to make these match, but I think it's kind of a fun juxtaposition of the two socks.
hmm
This was another Rhinebeck colorway. I feel like I'm really reaching into the non-ZK yarns
Oh,
right
yes, yes.
now.
Yep.
I'm like
Same.
trying to be like, okay, this is the time of year where it's not where I'm not trying to get points. And then this is some magpie in the swanky sock, which is very soft in a purple speckly
Yeah,
colorway.
that's a yarn that I need to reach into for this season.
Hmm. Yeah. And then I'm trying to remember the self-striper name of the self-striper that this was from Geektastic, I think. It's
Oh, okay.
I think I showed you that Trapper Keepers and Pencil Boxes is the
Oh,
colorway, but
fun.
yeah, Geektastic Fibers superhero sock. The SKUs that I originally made are super bright and fantastic, and this is kind of like a more mellow but fun combination.
Hmm
And then last but certainly not least, again, another pair of socks here. These did just go with me to Chicago. These, so again, she's proven that she's being very knit-worthy again. Not that she wasn't before, but she wasn't really wearing her knits. But yeah, Ellie is off at college. I'm going to send her a care package. And when she was cleaning out her room, a lot of her like started projects from crafting world got like, here mom, you can just have the yarn back, right? Like, I'm not taking this to college with me, you know, it can live upstairs, or you can take this yarn back. This was a skein that she had picked out, again, some blues, and so she gave me back the skein and I turned it into a pair of SKUs. So I'm hopeful. I haven't done a tracing of her foot in a while. I'm hopeful that these are, she's a 7, and I went out and looked, and that's about a half inch shorter than my foot.
hmm
But yeah, I super love what SKUs do with super variegated and striping yarn. So you can see this one striped pretty good, especially when you got to certain circumferences, like right in here. It was going to keep repeating like that until I started expanding to do the heel turn. But we'll see if these fits, and then I'll probably keep making her socks to keep her little feet warm, even
hmm
if they're just hanging out in her dorm room type socks. But yeah, she gave me the yarn. I turned it into socks, and I'll send it back to her. So
All right. Sounds
yeah,
like you got a lot accomplished.
a
I'm
lot of
like
socks.
socks, socks, socks. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm definitely jonesing for some sweaters to get on the needles. Have a Rhinebeck sweater that I definitely need to get on the needles, but like again, my mental capacity right now is just like, oh, I don't want a project plan. I've got a half skein of two half skeins of yarn here that I think will look pretty together. Boom, I'll make, a partying it up sock. Um, or I've got some leftovers here and I don't want it to just sit around and, be part of the clutter of I'll just turn it into something right now.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I same. I have a lot of plotting, and I don't, and like I just remembered that newsprint or newspaper sweater. So now I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, do I want to cast on another sweater? I think I'm still in finishing mode. I
Yeah.
have uh I have two sweaters on the needles and a pair of socks. So, and the blanket. So I'll probably just keep going on the blanket and finish up those other projects on the go. And then when I get them done, if it's October, then I'll get to start my newspaper. Um, and try not to cast on these projects that won't go anywhere. And then once January hits, I'll put all of those projects down and pick up all of the ZK stuff. So yeah, it now is the time to finish, I think. Just
Yeah.
gonna finish the
Yeah.
ones I got started.
Definitely other than the Azor, which is my Rhinebeck sweater, the sweater that's been calling my name is Hohi's Mabel.
Oh
Um
yes, that's
yeah, it
beautiful.
looks very very like textured and mushy and just like
Mhm.
again, the inspiration being Only Murders in the Building is yeah. It hit me. I need to make that. So yeah, I've skeined up some yarn for that and it's just been sitting there going like once
Um,
you get other things done, once you get the house projects done, once you get the Rhinebeck sweater, you can
yep,
cast
I
on the
hear you
Mabel. Yeah.
for sure. All right, bye.
Bye, Hoofda. All right. It says it stopped.
I had to like push my vision